Caitlin, in sports, so much is made about chemistry, and when you were in college, you seemed so connected to your teammates on the court and off. I know you can't rush that; it doesn't happen overnight. But how do you try to build those relationships as quickly as possible now?
Yeah, I think that's something that's definitely going to be important. But I think coming in here and coming to an organization where, Lynn and Coach Sides, they value that. They know that's very important to create championship culture is those relationships you build with your teammates. You just can't come in here and put, you know, 12 girls on a team and 5 people on the court at once and, assume that they're going to all mesh. That's not really how things work. It can probably get you so far, but at the same time, you got to go out of your way to build relationships with your teammates and get to know them and get to know what makes them click. So I think that's definitely been a big priority, not only for myself, but our coaching staff, every girl on our team. So, you don't have very long to do it. It's a lot different than college. We play in Dallas on Friday, so we've had about a little over a week, and that's about it, and you got to get ready to go. But I think it's something that you'll continue to build throughout the season, and you'll see that improve too.
I think Chloe had her hand up there. If you can get the mic to her.
Hi. I know at Iowa it was mostly, if not all, charter flights, but obviously with this road game to Dallas coming up, just how are you anticipating commercial flights this season?
Yeah, I think it's, it'll definitely be an adjustment, but, it is what it is. I think the CBA is up for renegotiation after this season. We can opt out of it, and certainly the new media rights deal will have a big impact on that too. So at this point of my career and across the WNBA, it is what it is. I'm sure certainly everybody would say that they would love to be flying charter all the time. That's definitely would help a lot of problems, but I think the Fever organization has done a really good job of getting out ahead of things. There's going to be a lot of security traveling with us. There'll be certain plans of, how we're going to navigate going throughout airports and things like that. And, it's not just for us, it's for everybody in the WNBA. So it's not like we're the odd man out here. It's everybody has to navigate it. And I think it's going to, cause some problems maybe because the popularity of our league is continuing to grow and, having to, navigate travel with that. But at the same time is, that's a positive thing too. Like you want people to be excited about our game. So hopefully it changes in the near future. But for now, that's just what it is. And, everybody's dealing with the same thing. So you can't use it as an excuse. And like I said, I think the Fever organization has a really great plan in place to help keep everybody safe and keep things moving along as we're traveling.
Dana, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Dana with Indy Star. I was wondering, I know you haven't played a game officially yet, but what has been kind of the biggest transition for you from college to WNBA that you've noticed, or have you not?
Yeah, I think it's probably hard because I haven't really got on the court and played a game yet. I don't know. I think the physicality is probably going to be one of the biggest things for myself. Like, it reminds me of the international game in a way. The international game is very, very physical. The refs just really aren't going to call it. Obviously, the college game, it was physical to an extent, but not like, people I'm going to be playing in this league are like full-grown, very strong women, and you're going to get hit, you're going to get bumped. People are going to defend you hard when you're dribbling the ball up the court, and I think just getting used to that physicality of the game will probably be one of the biggest things for myself to overcome, is just mentally, but also physically, is like I'll have to get stronger. Obviously, that's hard to do coming from college to starting a whole nother season. There's only so much you can do in the weight room, but I think as my career kind of unfolds, just getting physically stronger and, being able to hold my own.
Lou, go ahead.
Okay, Lou Friedman from the Seymour Tribune, Southern Indiana. Do you wish you had a little gap to decompress from the end of the NCAA season and having this season approach so quickly? Unlike, say, the men's league, their next season isn't for a long time after they're drafted. Is that an adjustment you have to make to go bang, bang, right from one to the other?
Yeah, I think certainly you could wish that you had a little break, but at the same time, I'm in really good basketball shape. I kind of try to look at the positives. I've been playing basketball for however many months here, so maybe in a way it almost makes my transition a little easier, as I've played basketball till, the first week of April, and now, I'm going to have a game in the first week of May. I really only had about a month off, and within that month I was pretty busy and continuing to play basketball. So for myself, I think that's being able to find a lot of confidence in that. I was playing my best basketball of my career at the end of my career, and now I get to, turn the page and go to a new chapter of my life and have the confidence coming from there and taking that into this, I think is, I just try to look at it a positive manner. Sure, would I have loved a break and a vacation? Yeah, sure, but there's plenty of time in life. and after this season to do that. So I'm just trying to look at it in a manner of positivity of, I'm in great basketball shape. I've been playing my best basketball of my life, and, hopefully, just being able to replicate that in this league.
Mike in the front, then Brad in the back.
Hey, Caitlin, I know you've maybe had a chance to talk to Sue Bird a little bit over the past year. Was there anything in particular she told you about being a rookie and, her memories of that might help a little?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing about Sue, I don't think she really said anything specifically about being a rookie. I think one of the biggest pieces of advice she said is, just continue to be yourself. And I think that's going to be important for me going forward is, there's going to be moments where things don't work as maybe they have in the past, but don't lose confidence in, who I've been and what I've been able to do. And also being myself has got me a really long way, so just continuing to do that. And, she said there's always going to be learning curves and challenges and, just being able to learn from that and grow. And, having a little grace in that too, whether it's, me having grace for myself or, asking my teammates and leaning on them and asking them ways I can improve. Not everything's going to be perfect. And I think, it's really great. I get 2 preseason games to really go out there and just practice and try things out. It doesn't count. And really learn about myself and what's going to be successful and what's not going to be successful and what's going to be good for our team and help our team. We're a young team for the most part, and building that chemistry and being able to click on the court. So I think those are the biggest things, is just continue to be me, but also evolve that too and learn and grow, because there are going to be challenges along the way. And, that's what I signed up for, and that's what's going to make this really fun.
Go Brad in the back, then Eric on the right.
Caitlin, every element of your game has been so closely scrutinized over the last couple of years. How do you come into the league and maybe try to show something fresh or try and have something new that you challenge these new opponents with?
I think, like I said, I think continuing to be myself, but I think one of the most exciting things when I was at Iowa and even coming here, I feel like there's still so much I can add to my game, and obviously there's not much time to do that. Going from the national championship game to, our first preseason game here, it's not like I'm trying to add a bunch of new stuff to my game because there's just really not the time. I think being able to get a floater, that being something I'm comfortable getting, I don't know. But at the same time, I think the biggest things are just be confident in everything that I've been able to do. Space the floor with my shooting, long distance threes, I think is going to really help space things out. And especially with the people we have on our team, we have quite a few shooters that can really shoot the ball, and then some really good post players that finish inside well. So when you have shooters surrounding them on the perimeter, it makes it really difficult to guard them on the inside and really spaces things out so they can't, choke, double, whatever they're going to try to do. Help side can't be there as much. But yeah, I think it's going to be a learning process for myself. I'm going to see what's going to work and what's not going to work at this level, and then just refine that and continue to add things that are going to make me better. And lucky enough, I'm coming to a coaching staff that really wants to help me improve too, and they still see a lot of ways where I can get better. And I've already been in the gym working on some new stuff, and adding that to my game I think will be something that happens over the course of the season, but also, after the season, the off season is kind of when you do a lot of that stuff too.
Last 2, Eric and Tony in the second row.
Caitlin, Eric Graves from Fox 59 here in town. You've seen all the excitement. Rarely has a fan base or a city ever been more excited for a singular player. The draft night celebration here at Gamebridge, you revving up the crowd before the Pacers game. Mm-hmm. What has that been like as you've kind of gotten to settle down here in Indianapolis, your new home?
Well, I didn't know how the transition would really be going from Iowa City to Indianapolis, of how many people would know me or things like that. And honestly, it's not that much different, which is really exciting. I think it just shows the excitement in this city for, women's basketball and, hopefully what I'm able to bring to this organization, but just the entire hype surrounding this team. And I think even the Pacers too, and what they've been able to do this year. And, I feel like you said, there was over 7,000 people here just to watch the draft on the big screen. So many of those people could have just chose to stay home and watch it on TV, but they decided to come here and celebrate with everybody. And I think it just shows, these people are itching for the WNBA season. And, I'm just excited. I think it's going to be really special and really fun. The crowds are going to be great, whether we're here or whether we're on the road. And, I don't think the crowds will be much different from what I've had in college. So being able to play in front of that all last year will definitely have experience that I can lean on there. It's going to be loud. People are going to be screaming. And I think I would almost be more weirded out if it wasn't like that. So, but no, I think the transition's been amazing. The support I felt from this community has been tremendous. And I'm just excited to get playing.
Tony, last one.
Kaylin, you talked about veterans and coaches here that have helped you, but Kate, the last couple weeks, how often have you talked with her, and what kind of resource do you think you can both be for each other through this rookie year?
Yeah, I've talked to her like every single day. Like both when we both get done with training camp, we text each other how it went and everything. And she's obviously one of my best friends. So even if she wasn't in training camp with the Aces, I would still be talking to her. But I don't know. I think we're somebody that can just like bounce ideas off of each other, whether it's life, whether it's basketball. And obviously, I just want the best for her no matter what. And I hope she can make that team. And, to me, she's a pro player. She brings every, asset that you could possibly want, whether it's shooting, whether it's defense, whether it's leadership. In my eyes, she's one of the best leaders I've ever been around in my entire life. And I think everybody that's been her teammate or has coached her would say the exact same thing. So I know, like, she's somebody that I can always lean on and rely on, whether she's my teammate, whether she's just my friend. I wish she was still my teammate. But no, I'm just really happy and excited for her. And I talk to her every single day. So I know she's killing it.
Can you two bridge the South Carolina-Iowa gap this year?
Oh, geez. Hopefully. I mean, I think more than anything, like, me and Aaliyah, like, we love each other. Like, we're excited to play for each other, with each other. And I think, all of women's basketball should feel the same exact way. Like, that's what makes this so special. You go from playing in college and maybe being competitors and rivals, and then you get here and now you get to play with each other. Like, that's the best of both worlds. And now you get to put everything together. And, I think it makes it really, really special.